Looks cool in here, though.
It does. It looks pretty nice, especially with this stuff. I forgot. I should have brought the thing that the penis thing you gave me.
Where do you look? Just the red light?
No, I don't see it. Where's the red light?
No, I didn't know if there was a red light.
Oh no, it's just I know it's more scary than it actually is.
I wish you would have told me we weren't filming, it would have been more.
I know. Well, yeah. I didn't want to lie to you.
Thank you for being honest. Is it filming now?
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, I did it before you came in, so it wouldn't be like, okay, now I have to be scared.
Okay.
So now you're like kind of just
Natural.
easing into it. Yeah.
Oh, so all that stuff I said about the
Yeah, but I'll cut
Okay.
whatever you want out. You know.
penis.
We want that in.
Yeah.
In us.
That's what she said.
Yeah. So how we know each other is we met right here, over there.
At this construction site.
Yeah.
Place of hell.
You don't have to look at the camera the whole time.
Okay.
Just look at me. We're just having a conversation. Two friends at a
Yeah,
coffee house.
we can try that again.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
No, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want it to feel not real, because it's real that you did that. But yeah. So I'll tell you my side of the story, and then you could tell me yours. I think PC first told me there was a guy from Pittsburgh here. I was like, oh, cool. And then he pointed you out, and I was like, oh yeah, he looks like he's from Pittsburgh. But you haven't been in Pittsburgh in a while, but we'll get to that in a second.
What's that even mean? I look like I'm from Pittsburgh.
I think I get into that. So you look like kind of like the salt of the earth, kind of like good guy with the beard, hard worker.
Yeah.
Ham and egger, as they say in Pittsburgh. I don't know if you know that phrase. A yinzer, yeah. And then you were like raunchy. I don't remember exactly what you said, but you're kind of raunchy in church, which is like my people.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna really get along. He's from Pittsburgh. He's raunchy in church, and he's churchy or whatever. So, so that was my first impression of you and how we met. And then I remember my first like conversation with you was where to eat, like the local good place.
Socracy Station.
That's exactly what you said.
Yeah, because they're from Pittsburgh.
Yeah. It's a Pittsburgh place here. I don't remember any others you said. I know you said that one for sure.
Well, King Street.
So good.
Yeah, we actually went there last night.
Yeah, this drink is from there.
Yeah.
I stole it.
And they're from Ben Roethlisberger
Yeah.
owns part of it.
Yeah.
So I think the food tastes better just because.
No, it's good
It's
on
good.
its own, but
Really?
yeah, I love Big Ben. I like him more that he's retired. I know that's weird, but I think that's normal
Yeah.
because you like appreciate him more, and I've been watching a lot of his highlights just because they come up on Twitter and stuff, and I'm like, dang, he really did that, and like I just took it for granted. And there's a lot of bad that you forget, which is good, but because he held on to the anyway, that's boring, but he held on the ball too long sometimes, but that's what made him great sometimes too. So so what was your side of that story? Do you remember anything?
I remember you came here with Pete
Yeah.
and you had long hair
Yeah.
and you looked like a badass, which is totally different. Now that I know you, you're kind-hearted. But speaking on the raunchy side, I remember that I made a joke that I was going to the bathroom to smoke pot, and you said, "Ooh, I want to go."
Yeah.
And that's what I remember about that.
That sounds like me. So I guess that's the raunchy side that I was referring to. So you filled in that blank.
We weren't technically at church yet, so it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I thought they were doing church here. No,
Yeah, they were, but we weren't
we weren't officially
at church. We
acknowledged
were,
by
yeah.
the state as a church or
I
whatever.
wonder if the pastor's
They count.
watching right now.
He won't watch. No, he watches. He'll probably watch this one. I don't think he watches the other ones, but hopefully. Just kidding. Don't watch.
Cut that.
Note to the editor, which is me. So you were born in Pittsburgh. So tell me that story. So how long were you in Pittsburgh again?
I was in Pittsburgh for a short 10 years.
Oh, okay.
My dad worked at Westinghouse, and we were transferred down to Columbia, South Carolina
Yeah.
when I was 10. But
Do you remember being upset about that, or do you remember like how you felt?
I didn't really feel too upset because that same year I moved here, I went to 3 different schools.
In Pittsburgh?
Well, the 2 in Pittsburgh and then 1 down here.
Yeah.
One, I was suspended from my 4th grade class because I stole some Matchbox cars. They used to have this shelf in the lunchroom where people would put their toys for after lunch than recess was.
Yeah.
So I saw a bunch of Matchbox cars,
Yeah.
and over a course of like 3 weeks, I stole 1 or 2, and the kid's bag kept getting smaller and smaller, and he
Oh my
finally
gosh.
noticed someone was stealing it.
Yeah.
Someone ratted me out, one of my good friends, and they found all the cars in my locker, and I was suspended for petty Lawrency,
Really?
yeah, Grand Theft Auto,
Oh my gosh.
and my
That's
mom
funny.
took me out of that school and transferred me to another one.
Because of the current
Yeah, so
larceny?
that's where I had the upset of, like, I felt like I wasn't around my friends anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was at this new school for a short period of time,
Hmm.
and then I moved here, so there
Yeah.
wasn't much. I wasn't too upset.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't speed that past that stuff. This is the stuff we want to hear.
Yeah,
So that's interesting.
you didn't know that, did you?
No, you didn't tell me.
4th
that part.
grade, I was
Yeah.
stealing cars.
Wow. Were your parents really concerned?
They were mad. They were concerned.
I would be concerned, like, why is he doing this? Did we teach him that? You know?
There was I was the only one. I wasn't the only one that got in trouble, but I was being egged on.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't want to go down alone, so I said my other friend did it too, which he had nothing to do with it, and he got suspended as well. Yeah, poor kid.
Oh my gosh, that happened. I can't remember the story exactly, but something like that. Not that bad happened to me. I was just like standing while 2 of my friends were like fighting, and then one of them tore up the other's homework, and then I was just standing there, I guess laughing probably, and then the teacher said, "All 3 of you down to the office," or whatever, and then I was like, "I didn't do anything," and even they said, "He didn't do anything." They're like, "You know you're guilty of other things.
Make
Get down
an
there."
example.
Yeah.
There's another story to touch on.
Yeah.
Bringing someone else down with me. I used to, when I took the bus to school,
Mm-hmm.
we always sat in the back,
Yeah.
and there was I'm sure my friend that I'm about to mention, she'll get a kick out of this. I'll let her
it
know
to her.
about it. Michelle, I know you're watching, and she told me to dump a trash can
Oh no.
on the bus.
On the bus?
So I did, and
Was the trash on the bus, or you took it on the bus?
no, there was a little trash can in the back,
Okay.
and there was
Oh,
actually
okay.
I remember a sandwich being in there too.
Ew.
So I dumped it and then
Yeah.
like threw the sandwich. The bus driver was really mad.
Yeah.
I was young. I was probably first or second grade, and I said my brother and I did it. My brother got in trouble for doing absolutely
Oh my
nothing.
gosh.
Yeah.
He's older, right?
He's older.
Yeah.
He's 4 years older.
Yeah. There's something about the last story that I wanted to touch on, that you wanted to take someone down with you or something. Before that, I think.
I'm not doing this alone.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so other people were egging you on to do it. So, do you think that has something to do with, like, people pleasing and being an only child? Or not an only child, a youngest child?
It could be. I wanted to fit in, and
Yeah.
they laughed.
Yeah.
And they got a kick out of it. And my mom always said, make sure people are laughing with you and not at you,
Okay.
which people laugh at me all the time.
Yeah.
I don't care. I enjoy it.
Yeah, a laugh's a laugh, I think. Yeah. I posted a short or whatever on YouTube a couple days ago, and it was doing stand-up, and it wasn't my best bit ever, but I didn't want to put my best bit ever out there because then I can't do it again.
Saving it for
Yeah, I want to save the good stuff. So I put out like a nice one. It was like it's like 34 seconds. And
same.
And it got a lot of views. It got 1,700, but there were the only 4 comments that I got were like, "You need to be better" or something.
Oh man.
And so I guess they weren't, in this case they weren't laughing with me, but they watched. So it's like, I'll take it either way.
Yeah.
It's better than
a view's a view, bud.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
and it's, yeah, if that was my best work and everyone was like, that sucks, then that would hurt a little bit more. But I feel like I know that I'm better than that. Anyway,
You
so
are.
thank you. So you moved. You were happy that you moved from Pittsburgh to Columbia, which is how far from here?
About 3 hours.
Yeah. So, but that's still South Carolina, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not the country, Columbia.
Yeah. That's important. Yeah, I'm glad we clarified that. And then, so how long were you here? How long were you at this new school before you went to your next school?
To Myrtle.
Well, when was military school? Is what
Oh,
I'm getting
military
at.
school was 11th grade.
11th grade. Wow,
Yeah.
that was late.
Yeah.
So you had like made friends, obviously.
Oh
by
yeah,
then,
yeah.
Did you like it better here? Or,
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Just it was more fun, and I guess it's because I was at that age where a lot of my friends were kind of had more similar interests.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, you kind of just hung out with everyone.
Yeah.
But I made a lot of good core friends,
Yeah.
and it just felt like there was more to do here too.
Okay. Cool. Cause where did you grow up in Pittsburgh? I can't remember.
A little town called Apollo.
Apollo.
It's near Vandergrift.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's outside of Pittsburgh for sure. But is Columbia like a decent size?
It's
place?
decent. I mean, it's not that big of a city.
Yeah.
But there's
Stuff to do.
Yeah.
So how did you get into military school?
Well, I was a little rebellious in 11th grade.
Uh-huh.
I was getting poor grades
Yeah.
and was blaming it on the teacher
Mm-hmm.
that they weren't teaching well. And it was my science teacher that really did not like me, so I didn't like them back.
Yeah, right.
So I deliberately did not do any of my work and got a 0 in the class.
0?
A 0. I was actually really proud of that.
Yeah.
I remember we had to do a report on an animal for the science class that had something to do with the ecosystem.
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
I had not done it all.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do a presentation anyway.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And I went up there. I said my presentation is on a blue-footed booby, which is a bird, and
Yeah.
you go sit down. So
That was it.
that was it.
That was worth it.
I didn't
though.
get a grade on that either.
Yeah.
Got a 0.
At least not many people know what a blue-footed booby is, so you
I
had to do
knew-
some research.
Yeah, I mean,
She got 1 point.
1 point.
But you wanted 0 points.
And my parents were concerned, and they had always threatened me to take me to military school, and I thought
Did
they
you
were,
ever? Yeah. Did you ever believe like?
oh, I thought they were bluffing.
Yeah,
They even
yeah.
They even brought me up to the military school to give me a tour on it, and I was like, they're just bluffing.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
want to spend that money.
Yeah.
I was wrong. I was really wrong.
Yeah.
I was there for 6 months.
That's
Learned-
a long time.
I lost
How far was it?
about an hour.
Okay. You lost what?
Lost weight
Yeah.
because
That's
I
good.
was when you got in trouble there during your
Which you did a lot.
your free time, you had to march on your recess, and it was called tours.
Yeah.
And every time you did something bad, you got 35 tours. And each day that you did it counted as 7, so you lost 5
Yeah.
5 days
Yeah.
of free time.
Yeah.
And I remember when my parents came and saw me, they're like, "Wow, Scott, you lost a lot of weight." It was because I was marching all the time.
Was it Was it just walking or was it like marching?
It just,
Okay, walking
yeah,
deliberately. As we
in
say.
circles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. In circles?
This was around the time, too, whenever the movie Waiting came out.
I don't know that movie.
It's about the restaurants, and they did this thing where they put their nutsack over their belt buckle, and I forget what it was called. It was not the goat. The brain. I think it was the brain.
Okay.
Well, you put a bunch of high school kids in military school.
Yeah.
Everywhere I looked, there was people's nuts just hanging out, and that's what everyone was getting in trouble for was showing their nuts to people.
That's what happens when you put a bunch of boys together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Teenage
What a time to be alive.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Do you think that still happens today? That kind of
Probably
stuff?
not.
Yeah,
It was
I don't know.
around the time the movie came out, and it was
Yeah.
just everyone thought it was hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Luckily, it was all boys school and not
Right.
co-ed because
Yeah.
it could have been
That would have been
get
really
canceled.
Yeah. Yeah. Before canceling was a thing. So what did you learn, or is that later? I think maybe. Nah. What did you learn from being in that school?
Kind of learned the organized crime structure.
Really?
There was cigarettes were banned, and everyone there
Oh my
were
gosh.
bad.
Yeah.
So there was a few people that bought packs of cigarettes and they sold them.
Where did they get them?
Like you were able to go on leave,
Oh. Okay.
and they would come back with
Yeah.
cartons,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they would sell them. And there was one platoon or barracks.
Mm-hmm.
Their sergeant major didn't go through all their stuff,
Yeah.
so they were controlling it
Right.
almost.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I was going to dab in that market, so when I came home, I had someone buy me a couple cartons of cigarettes,
Uh-huh.
and I brought him back. Someone got wind of it that I was selling it, and he came in my room and took half, and he goes, "That's my cut."
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was pretty structured.
That's so interesting. Was he like a bigwig? Did you know? Like.
He was just a bigwig that it was his
Yeah.
his thing.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
He only did that, and then you tried to do it too. Is
Mhm.
that? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
You don't do
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice that he didn't beat you up or
that.
anything.
No, he took his cut.
Yeah, and you just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
And then you just sold them the ones that you had for more money, probably.
Mhm. They
That
were
makes sense.
the pack was $10,
Yeah.
which was a lot back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you used to be able to get a carton for or a pack of cigarettes for $3 or $4.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap. Yeah, it's a big upcharge, but yeah, it's like illegal on multiple levels.
And I
guess.
learned that people smoked pot out of an apple.
Oh yeah,
I'd never seen
heard
that
of
before.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
When did you start smoking? Was it before military school?
Yeah, I was 16.
Wow. What got you into that?
I worked at a True
Brought to you by.
Nicorette.
You were 16 and what?
I was working at a True Value.
What's that? Is that a?
It's a hardware store.
Okay.
And they all smoked. So
Yeah.
I was like, I want to be cool. Actually, 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did your parents know? Or
No.
did you...
Oh, my dad kind of knew. This is disgusting.
Don't do it.
Don't show Charlene.
Hi, Charlene.
So later that year, or my senior year, I didn't go to military school. It's just my junior year.
Mm-hmm.
I worked construction with my dad's best friend.
Yeah.
And my dad, I would go in the porta potties and I would smoke cigarettes in there. And my dad knew.
Yeah.
He's like, quit that.
Yeah. And you didn't.
I didn't. And I remember being in the roof rafters of a new job. We were doing electric,
Mm-hmm.
and my cigarettes fell out of my pocket.
Oh no.
And his best friend, I was like, oh crap.
Yeah.
He's like, you need these, and threw them back up to me. So
How's that?
he was cool about it.
You need these.
And then I quit for a long period of time. Then I started back,
Yeah.
quit, started back, quit, started back,
Yeah.
and now I've been on nicotine for gum for 2.5 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's more addicting
Then.
because it's so easy to just.
Yeah, no.
I couldn't smoke a cigarette right now.
Right, yeah. Although, if you want, I could give you something to take the edge off. Brought to you by Stallion Candy.
Stallion Candy.
Candy cigarettes. Do you want one?
I'll take one.
I don't know.
They gluten free?
They have beef gelatin in them. I don't know if they're gluten free. That really makes me mad that there's beef gelatin in here.
Brought to you
I don't know why
by.
there would be that in here.
They were actually saying that. I remember my mom telling me candy cigarettes were bad because it got kids to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thanks, candy cigarettes.
It worked.
Yeah.
They're hard to find now. You have to. I got these in Wilmington, I think. Yeah, they're.
If you were to ever smoke, how would you smoke? Just like that?
I have no idea.
Do you think it looks cool when people talk and they're
Yeah, I don't know. This one's curved, so I'll smile. But I don't know.
curved to the left, to the right? I will make this known too. My fingernails are extremely dirty.
Oh, I forgot to cut my fingernails. Dang it.
Me too.
I was gonna do that.
I didn't know we
today.
were getting filmed, or else I would have done that.
That's okay. It won't be a close up on your hands unless you want it to be.
What's a nail brand name?
I don't know.
Brought to you by
CoverGirl?
Yeah, CoverGirl.
That sounds like makeup. So when you got out of, is that the only thing that you learned from like a bad thing is the only thing you learned from military school?
What I learned personally, or what I learned that people do in settings like that.
Both. I want to know everything you learned.
I learned
Get your
that
parents' money worth.
when you tell a bunch of kids they can't do something, they're gonna do it.
Yeah, like putting their nuts out.
They all watched a lot of porn. A lot of porn.
Was it what year is this?
2006.
So is on like your phone? No.
No laptops.
Wow.
DVDs actually too.
Nuh-uh. Wow. That's such a different time. How many roommates did you have?
Just one.
Okay. So you watched it with your roommate, or
No,
like, how
no.
did you...
No,
So you did it separately, but how did you know? I guess you just talked about it?
Yeah. What else did I learn? I learned don't punch a door.
You didn't know that?
Punched a door.
Mm-hmm.
Broke my hand.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Boxer's break.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Thought I was cool for that.
Yeah.
And what else did I learn? I learned don't poop in the pool.
You didn't learn that from Caddyshack?
So we waited. I personally waited. I was so excited for the pool to open in the spring because I went there at the second half of my junior year.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't have the pool open until spring. The first day it was open,
Yeah.
someone pooped in the pool.
Oh, okay, it wasn't you.
It wasn't me.
That's good.
And they shut it down after that for the rest of the year.
No! Oh my gosh. That's terrible. So you had leaves, you said. How long and how often did you have leaves?
Probably had a total of 4 or 5 leaves, but they were like 1 or 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Like just a weekend
And
or
Easter
something?
had a few days off.
Yeah. But otherwise you stayed there even on the weekends and stuff?
Yeah, it was full time.
Yeah.
And I also learned, I don't know how true this is.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of kids were trying to make themselves throw up to make it look like they were sick. Because apparently, if so many people were sick, they shut the place down.
It's an epidemic, yeah.
They were all trying to make themselves throw up and drinking tons of water.
It worked?
No.
Why, they didn't throw up? They got scared, or they just...
No, it didn't work. Like,
They just
people
didn't...
were throwing up, but it didn't.
Oh, they didn't care?
It didn't care.
Yeah.
But one thing I did learn from it is respect towards authority and time. How do I want to say this? like scheduling. Everything was on a schedule,
right.
like waking up early. I think me waking up early had a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
Like making your bed, which I don't do.
Mm-hmm.
But just,
Regiment?
yeah, regiment.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that kind of goes into my next question is where do you think you got your work ethic from?
100% my dad.
Yeah?
He's the same way.
Yeah?
100%. He's very meticulous how he does things.
Yeah.
And I just always admired him for that.
Yeah. So when did it become your own? Because you could watch your dad do stuff and not do it as well.
Well,
So-
when I worked with his friend, I did I guess internship or whatever you want to call it in the summer,
Yeah.
and I just watched and learned and really wanted to do it myself. So
Yeah.
when I bought my first house, I started doing all the renovations on it and really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then when I bought my house here in Myrtle Beach, it was a complete needed to be everything redone.
Yeah.
And it was just fun doing
Yeah.
it. I had to do it twice because the house flooded. so.
Yeah. But you like that. I can't remember why, but you...
I enjoy it. Like, it's validating. You get to see something from the ground up. Like this
Yeah.
this church too. It was
Yeah. We'll definitely talk about that.
it was a lot.
Yeah.
So.
But there was something about the flood specifically that you liked that, like, you could do something because of the flood or something?
So, this is gonna get a little spiritual.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So when I was invited to Forward Church for the first time, and backstory too, my house was not completed, and I didn't have the money to finish it. And I remember just looking up in the sky, and it was like, God, please, like, help me just, find the way to finish this. And this was when I really didn't that was last hope because I wasn't very into church or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So about a month later, I was invited to church, and my first day I was supposed to go to a weekday event.
Mm-hmm.
I come home, and there's water in the front yard. And I was like, it didn't rain. And then I see water coming out of the siding, like where the floor meets the siding. I saw
Yeah.
water coming out, and I was like, oh, shit. Crap, this ain't going to be good. And I walked in, and there's just water pouring out of the ceiling where a pipe burst.
Yeah.
So I was upset. I remember FaceTiming the person that invited me. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go anyway. So I shut the water off in the house.
Oh, this was the day you're supposed to go to
The
church
first
for
day
the
to
first
Forward
time?
Church, yeah. It's
Okay.
a sign, don't go. No, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
right, yeah.
But I went anyway. And my insurance covered me to, redid everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I got my wish.
Yeah.
And one of the things I learned from that, one is you ask, you will receive, and it's not always going to be the way you expect it, but just trust the process.
Yeah.
Because something I wanted wasn't cut and dry, put there on a silver platter.
Right.
I had to go through turmoil, or whatever you want to call it,
Mm-hmm.
to get the product. And
Yeah.
it was just like trusting
Yeah.
him.
And how I would interpret that, if that was like me in that situation, I would think because I still went to church, I was like rewarded
Yeah.
with that too. Like there is a version of that story where you don't go to church and then you don't get the money that you were, like the insurance messes you up with, screws you with something.
Yeah, no, they took care of me. They paid for pods in the front yard to put all my crap in.
Cool.
It was a stressful process, but
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah.
So.
There's something else. Dang it. It'll come back to me. Where does your love of thrifting come from?
My mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're a little bit of both.
Yeah.
A little bit of your dad, a little bit
Well,
of
they
your
did
mom.
make me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know how a child is
Can you
made.
explain it to the listeners?
So a stork or a penis.
Otherwise known as a penis.
Yeah. When I was a kid, my mom, we would go to vacation in Ocean City with my grandma, and my dad had to work, so he wouldn't come until the last week.
Yeah.
My mom, on Saturdays when they had yard sales, she would take me and my brothers to them.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing my mom's excitement when she got a good deal was really kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it came from that. And then I learned how to make money from it, because when you go to yard sales, stuff's extremely cheap.
Yeah.
And thrifting too, and Goodwill, and then you can make a profit, because these people want to get rid of this stuff.
Yeah.
And if you're patient, someone out there in the world is looking for that item,
Yeah.
and they will pay. And,
Yeah.
and my favorite thing too is whenever you can't find anything on that item, like no one else has sold it.
Yeah.
You actually make the market. You name your price.
Right.
Put up for offer.
Yeah.
And whenever one offers you, then other people see that what it's sold for.
Yeah.
So you made the market for that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's cool. Like that Coca-Cola bottle I sold a few weeks ago.
The glass one?
The glass one.
Oh, yeah.
There was no other ones, and
Really?
I put it up for a couple $100.
Yeah.
Took the first offer $100, then realized I shouldn't have done that, because there was another person too that messaged me about it, see if I still had it for sale, because they wanted it extremely bad and wanted me to give them the information of the people I sold it to, and I was like, no.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, because...
It's the personal, like, that's...
Oh, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
So that's where my love of thrifting comes from.
Controlling people?
No, controlling the market.
Yeah.
Finding value where value is not seen.
Yeah, okay. So that's kind of like your house, too. You saw your house needed work, and you could bring the value to that by remaking it better.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way.
That's cool. Do you think people need to see more value in you? Is that maybe the root of that?
That's deep.
I know.
I just like making money.
It's never that shallow. I don't know. Just something to think about.
I don't want this to become viral, because I don't want people to stop donating their cheap stuff to...
There's so many people that just want to get rid of stuff. If this podcast makes everyone stop donating their stuff, then we're doing okay.
Yeah.
I think we'll...
I guess if I worn a nice suit, people might...
I was gonna say
I should have worn a suit today.
Yeah.
Can you like crop a little tie on me?
Yeah, I'll put it in post. Yeah.
Brought to you by Goodwill.
Yeah, he has 1,000 Goodwill.
64
jackets
suits.
64.
64.
Wow.
It's a little bit of hoarding there. People don't find value in suits. I thought there was a market for that, and there's not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you like them still as your own.
Yeah.
How many of those have you worn, do you think?
Probably 6.
Because you work in construction, so that'd be weird to show up.
Well,
but you have so many.
I can wear them to my job now. They're nice.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of a douchebag move to wear a suit to work every day when everyone else is wearing, like...
Yeah, khaki.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would probably be annoying. But
I enjoy buying for people too, and I find something cool like the Bill Murray shirt.
Yeah. I was gonna wear that, but I always wear that to bed. It's like one of my sleep shirts, so I'd feel weird.
Do you want to
sleep
with Bill Murray?
I would do anything with Bill Murray.
Yeah.
That's another Caddyshack reference,
Yeah,
kind of.
Caddyshack. Hole in one.
We could not talk about this, but because you talked about something in home group, you said there's some correlation between thrifting and women. Do you remember what that was?
Oh, I'm gonna say this, but I don't.
Just cut it out, or
No, I haven't decided yet.
okay.
Was it about big women?
I don't think so. I thought it was like you like to shop around. I don't remember what it was exactly.
I was in the moment on that one.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to say it was in home group, and we have a special home group that we don't talk about some stuff outside of it. So, what about the cake thing? Do you want to say that one? The velvet cake.
I asked my buddy how he liked being married.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Scott, do you like red velvet cake?" I said, "Of course. I love red velvet cake." He said, "How would you feel about eating the same red velvet cake every day for the rest of your life?" And I was like, "I wouldn't like it." He goes, "That's what being married is like."
Is that really what someone said to you?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that sounds like an old joke.
As Kevin said it.
Wow. Shout out to Kevin and his wife.
Hey. You want me to call Kevin right now?
Yeah. Ask him how he likes his red velvet cake. This is so funny. This is live. Is it all the way up? Good morning, Kevin. You're on a podcast.
Yeah. I'm going to blow his phone up. I'm going to call him several times till he answers.
We don't have to. One more time.
I'm going to message him.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to do that because last time I did that, something bad happened.
Okay. How do you know Kevin?
Oh, he's one of my buddies from Columbia.
Okay.
I'm not really sure how we met, but... Oh, I lived with him here in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, really?
But we were friends before that.
Okay.
He was...
Hey, dude, hold on 1 second for me, okay?
Okay. Holding. Wonder if he's taking a dump.
What if he's at church?
He said 1 second. We're going on 40 seconds now.
Is his wife a redhead? Is that why he said red
No.
velvet cake?
No, she's a blonde.
Strawberry.
Vanilla, yeah. I wonder, he said it to me. I wonder if it was his brother might have been the one that told him that reference, and it might be an old...
It must be.
Confucius.
It just sounds so good.
Like
yeah,
a Confucius
yeah.
quote. Hey, bud, you're on a podcast right now with me and my roommate and friend, Tommy.
Oh, what's
Hi.
going on? Sorry, I was sleeping, so I was trying to, be quiet so I got out of the house.
All right.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
So, something was brought up about marriage and red velvet cake. Do you remember telling me that reference?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear us?
Yeah, something about what?
Red velvet cake and being married.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
No?
What's being married like?
I don't remember describing it as red velvet cake.
You're making
It'd
me...
be more like, I don't know, pecan pie?
Pecan pie. Is that because you like nuts?
Exactly.
No, the red velvet cake and eating the same red velvet cake your entire life, if you would still like... Do you remember that now?
That's right, now I remember. You can't just put me on the spot like this on the podcast.
Sorry. Did you make that up? Do you remember?
Do what?
Did you make that up? Or did you hear
I
that
have
somewhere?
No idea. I can't even remember.
Wow.
So long ago.
That's
I feel
crazy.
like I heard it somewhere and then, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you made me look really bad right now. Hey, we're going to crop this part out. Just say, yeah, I made it up, dude.
When did I say that? That was probably back when we lived together.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or no, you were...
Wait, how did you live together and you're married?
Actually, that's a funny story, but we're not going to touch base on that.
Okay.
What?
You living with me while you had a girlfriend? Now your wife?
Yeah, true. Back whenever we were killing bunnies and doing other things.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that on the podcast. I'll talk about it on the podcast.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for contributing.
All right, bud.
Alright,
God bless.
All right, this one's going to upset some people, so I'm going to tell the story, but I'll let you know if I want this put on or not.
Okay.
So it was Kevin, me, and my friend and his girlfriend. We all lived in the same place when we moved to Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
They had a dog and a bunny, and they lived in their room was the biggest room because it was 2 people.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Their dog was a blue heeler or something like that, or it's like a herd,
Blue booby.
a blue-footed booby, and they had a bunny they kept in the cage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they also had a toy for the dog that was a bunny.
Why would they do that?
It's stupid, I know. One day they were fishing, and somehow the bunny wasn't locked in its cage.
Oh no.
Well, the dog took the bunny out.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to their bathroom because my bathroom, or shared bathroom, was being used.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked everywhere and I was like, looks like a pillow exploded. And then I see on the floor was a skinless or a hairless
Ew.
rabbit. The dog thought it was the toy.
Yeah.
And killed it.
Is there blood?
No, I think it died of a heart attack.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What kind of dog was it? Did you say a blue?
It wasn't a blue heeler. It was like a cattle dog.
Mm.
They were really good dogs, but not with rabbits.
Yeah. Not when they have pet rabbits.
Yeah.
Wow. I forgot I wanted to go back to how did you get from Columbia to here, Myrtle Beach?
Actually, Kevin
Really?
was like, "Do you want to move to Myrtle Beach?" And this is when I had a failed shop. Like I tried I tried my own business and I threw myself into debt.
Mm-hmm.
I had just closed the shop and didn't know what I wanted to do with life.
Yeah.
So Kevin asked me, "Do you want to move to Myrtle Beach?" And I said, "Sure." And that's how I ended up here.
Wow.
They all left, went back home, and I stayed.
That's crazy.
Been
how many people moved to Myrtle Beach with you?
4 total, including
And they
me.
all left.
They left
to
back.
Columbia? Huh.
I stayed.
Why? Why did they leave?
Kevin's girlfriend wanted him home, and my other buddy and his girlfriend, they just weren't. They couldn't set their feet in town.
Huh. Why did they move here?
Just wanted to move to the beach.
Mm-hmm. And why did you stay in there when they all left?
I had a job bartending, and I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So I don't want to go back to
Yeah.
Columbia. Figured I'd give it a try here.
Yeah. And so that's when you got your own place?
I stayed in the same place for a little bit, and then a girl I met down here moved to Myrtle Beach to live with me, and we got our own place.
Okay, cool. So she was a factor or no?
And staying?
Yeah.
A little bit.
But mostly beer.
Mostly beer, alcohol,
Just kidding.
boobies, blue-footed boobies.
Yeah, the bird.
The birds.
So these are more like non sequitur questions that, whatever. What lesson did you learn too late?
Investing.
Ooh.
I wish I had invested a little bit into an IRA
Mm-hmm.
and watch it grow.
Yeah. I should do that.
I
yeah.
did the math, and I should have more in my IRA now than someone my age should. And I recommend everyone invest
Yeah.
because the eighth wonder of the world is compounding interest,
Mm-hmm.
and it just the way it works is just
Yeah.
goes up.
Yeah.
Even $50 a month, just
Yeah.
put it into it. You find yourself a good ETF or a good mutual fund or whatever it is that pays 10%
Yeah.
or grows 10% on average. It's insane.
That's cool. Yeah. I need to do that, but I don't have money. What was the last thing that you changed your mind about?
I changed my mind on a lot of stuff.
That's good.
A
Means
lot.
You're open to stuff.
For instance, I'm reason my fingernails dirty. I was doing a job with sinks yesterday,
Yeah.
and I was given the opportunity to pick all the sinks. I
Mhm.
installed 2
Yeah.
and didn't like it, so I
Okay.
changed it.
Yeah.
That
But
was
that's more work for you, right?
somewhat.
Yeah. So that's like integrity, I guess, that
Yeah.
you you wanted to make it right and good.
I treat every project like it's my own.
Yeah.
If I was the customer,
Right.
I feel like if I'm satisfied, hopefully the customer will be satisfied. Because
Yeah.
down here you see a lot of contractors
Mhm.
and everyone that do very shoddy work,
Mhm.
and they don't take pride in it.
Mhm.
And when you take pride in your work, it goes a long way, and the customers can see that.
Yeah.
And even the church
Yeah.
here, I donated my time to this
Mhm.
place. I
All of
treated
that.
it like it was my own,
Yeah.
and I would get frustrated
Mhm.
because it wasn't being done to the way I wanted it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of maybe another day touch on how I gotta trust
Mm.
other people to do stuff.
Yeah, like delegate.
Yeah, and it's hard. A lot of the subcontractors didn't like me here because I always checked on their work. I asked questions and all this
Mhm.
stuff, which a good contractor should do.
Right.
But they didn't like feeling. I felt like they didn't respect me sometimes.
Yeah.
And there was a few times where I was right, and there was
Mhm.
also a few times where I was wrong.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, but I always think it's better to be passionate about something and to overdo something than to like be like, whatever, and then it be a bad quality. Like it's better headache. It's better the headache to go through an annoying thing that someone's passionate about rather than just like go with the flow and have crappy stuff.
yeah, and a lot of times I was literally just asking questions why they did something that way because I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't me trying to be the manipulative to get them to admit to a mistake. It was simply
Right.
I didn't know why,
Mhm.
and I was just curious.
Yeah.
So I'm not afraid to ask questions about why something's done because then I learned something from that.
Yeah. I think we should talk about that a little bit more. So how did you get involved in building this whole place pretty much?
Well, I got invited to the church by
By who?
a girl that we're not going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And I would come to church and leave, come to church and leave, just kind of paced myself and didn't really know if this is what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pastor, Chris, he let us know that he was getting us, the church, an old bingo hall, and he was asking for people to step up, and my heart started pounding,
Mm-hmm.
and now I know that means there's a calling.
Right.
So I asked him if I could be one of the foremans.
Oh, you volunteered.
I volunteered
Okay.
that day.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was getting myself
Yeah, yeah.
into.
Uh,
This project was a lot.
yeah.
And that's
You would come straight. You would get up at like 7 to go to your real work,
yep.
and then go straight there most of the time.
But it was more than that towards the end too. I would
Oh yeah.
leave it at 6 from the house.
Yeah.
Come here, set everything up for the subcontractors, unlock take the alarm off and
Yeah.
put the key out front. Then I would go to my other job.
Yeah.
Then after work,
Your full-time job.
my full-time job, I would come here and thank God for Ray and,
Yeah.
and all the other ones who helped.
Yes.
And then we would work till 9 or 10 o'clock some
Yeah,
nights, but
yeah.
a lot of coffee.
Yeah, yeah. So you had 2 full-time jobs.
2 full-time jobs.
And you didn't get paid for this one.
No, but God blessed me
Yeah.
in many ways. And there was another thing too, that to touch base on my house flooding, and when you ask God for stuff,
Mm-hmm.
he flourishes it.
Yeah.
There was a period of time where the church didn't really have the funds to do the drywall
Yeah.
labor, so we were gonna have to do it. It was somewhere 600 sheets of drywall in this whole place. We did half of that.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't have it in me to do it.
Yeah, and your back didn't have it in you.
Well, yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I prayed. We prayed at home group.
Yeah.
And then my girlfriend called me and said she locked her keys in her car.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to help her. She has one of those cars where you can't unlock the trunk
Yeah.
from the inside,
Mhm.
and her key was in the trunk. So I went to her house, grabbed her key because she had her spare house key. And when I was bringing her key back, someone cut in front of me. They noticed they missed a turn and they cut in front of me. And they did a 180 and all this stuff. And they ran off after ruining my truck.
Yeah.
I hired a lawyer, and the amount they were able to get me,
Yeah.
it's, I don't really want to touch base on this too much because I don't want it to seem, but they got me enough to pay the drywall bill,
Yeah.
and that was pretty empowering.
Yeah. After we prayed at home group about
Yeah.
it. Yeah. That feels like divine.
It was
intervention or whatever.
pretty overwhelming.
Yeah.
Just I remember when I got the call, I was on vacation. My lawyer called me. He's like, "Hey, bud, we got you this,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "That's insane." It was like $60 off from what the bill was.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you donated that too.
Donated that towards that, and I told one of the lawyers too about it, and they were so kind of touched by the situation. They donated half their commission towards the project too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Wow, that's huge.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that part. Wow. That's beautiful. How long did it go for? Like,
We started June of 2021.
yeah. Which is when I got here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And finished October of 2022.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
The permit process is what took the longest.
Well, what was the original estimate?
2 months.
And then it was
2
a year
months.
and a half.
No.
Yeah.
One of the hardest things to deal with was
2 months.
the unrealistic expectations to finish the place.
Yeah.
That was stressful on its own.
Yeah.
But it's a process, and all the stuff fell directly into place the way it was supposed to. I mean,
Mhm.
I made mistakes and had to redo stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but it was all part of God's plan, and I trust Him
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Yeah.
Like no general contractor experience as far as, and luckily the contractor that helped us with this project, he kind of let me fly on my own,
Mm-hmm.
and he's helping me get my license, and he was a blessing. He excellent guy.
Mm-hmm.
And just I learned so much. Like the amount I learned here, I believe schooling is great, but hands-on experience, especially when you get to do the
Yeah.
research and learn all the codes yourself, that stuff sticks with you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm just looking at the place now and remembering putting these walls up. I mean, it was, yeah. All right.
No, that's good. You were gonna say, I think, 250,000.
Yeah, we got quotes for the project for $250,000,
Mm-hmm.
and we were able to do it for around $90,000.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. Just think how much contractors are pocketing.
Yeah.
That's what I want to make.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't tell people that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you can tell people that.
Okay, we get back to the more funnier, sillier. No, this is some deep stuff too. But do you have a neighbor that's particularly memorable?
Yes. I don't remember her name,
Okay.
and I only really got to talk to her when I went to sell my house in Columbia. But this little old lady, I remember just seeing her face, and she had to deal with all the parties I was having at the house.
Uh,
Just all this stuff.
yeah.
that a neighbor shouldn't have to go through.
Yeah.
And when I went to sell my house, because I had rented it out when I moved here to Myrtle Beach,
Mm-hmm.
I had matured a little in the 3 or 4 years it was when I went to sell the house after I moved.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going over to her house and just apologizing
Yeah.
for all the crazy stuff I did.
Yeah.
And she was just sweet. Like she just accepted it and
That's so nice.
said it never really bothered her.
Oh.
But she always kind of looked like it bothered her. She might have just been people pleasing, but
Right.
she was nice. That just stuck with me. That she was really inviting, and I wish I had known her when I lived there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's nice. I can't remember.
And one of our neighbors now across the street, he's really cool.
Oh, with the Steelers?
Yeah, he's a Steelers guy.
Yeah, yeah.
He's been good. He's like the neighborhood watch guy, and
Mm-hmm.
anytime something is going on at the house, I get a text, or if like a door's left open,
Yeah.
he texts me. He's like, I went over there and closed it. I'm like, thanks, man. Oh, he's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. I haven't met him though, but
You like him? He's a Steelers fan.
yeah, I like anyone who likes the Steelers. I think he looked at me when I had my music loud once. And I don't usually listen to music that loud.
He
But
has his music loud all the time at,
Yeah,
at
he
10
does.
p.m. and I boom, boom, boom,
yeah,
boom.
yeah. It was probably just in my head. But if you had to pick one takeaway from the Bible, what would it be?
That is an excellent question. One thing I've noticed about, and I'll be the first to admit, I don't read the Bible that much. I get my
Mhm.
scripture from
We read the Bible together that one time.
that one time. Yeah, that we'll touch base on
Yeah,
that in a
yeah.
second. The scripture that we hear at church and getting scripture from our friends,
Mhm.
your mom, or Myrtle Beach parents,
Yeah.
they'll send us quotes. What I've learned is Bible verses can really be made into any situation in your life. One thing I believe a verse means can be totally different
Mm-hmm.
meaning to someone else,
Yeah.
but they help us. The same verse will help us each in different ways.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
that is
what
cool.
my takeaway from that. And
Interesting.
that's been, there's many times where I'll read something that's totally not what it was supposed to mean, but
Mhm.
I will take it and it helps me be like, wow, I felt like that's
Yeah.
me today.
Yeah.
Like the one verse about foundations,
Mm.
and we were doing stuff here with cutting the slab, and I was like, oh god.
Yeah, that was a 1-for-1. Do you remember what the verse was that we looked up?
Oh, what it was? There was
I'm gonna try to look. it up.
Tommy
Yeah,
was
tell us
having
the-
some relationship troubles by an unnamed person,
Uh,
and I said, Bud, let's grab my Bible, or a Bible wherever it was,
yeah.
and open it to the first verse. You read it.
Wait, it's Jonah 4:3. So let me look in the Bible. And we're doing this on a Sunday, so this is very apropos. Jonah 4:3 is, "Now, Lord, take away my life, for it is better for me to die than to live."
Yeah. So that could mean something different, but at the time, Tommy was trying to figure out how to kill himself.
Yeah,
No.
that seemed like the
No.
easiest solution. But yeah, look at me now. I have my own podcast studio.
He's just dead inside.
I'm just dead inside. I kill myself. I'm dead to the world now. Yeah, that was a good answer, by the way. So if you had to have to pick one takeaway from Jesus, what would it be?
Once you accept that he died for all our sins,
Mhm.
that just sticks with you.
Mm.
It's not all right to sin. It happens. I mean, I sin.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone sins.
Yeah.
just to know that he died for us on the cross kind of makes me feel safe.
Yeah.
So that's my takeaway.
Cool.
Still going to hell.
Oh, I wanted to say
Jesus, if you're watching this.
This isn't really related to what you said, but I remembered this last night or something. How you, and I just want to hear your take on this. How you, sometimes when something bad happens, you're like, oh, it's all good. We'll figure it out. We just need to like put some hard work into it. And then like at a certain point, you switch completely to like, we're all gonna die. Let's go into hell. Like, do you notice that you do that?
Yes.
Why do you do that?
I don't know. I just I go in optimistic, then I get my feet wet, and I'm like, I was lying. This is bad.
Yeah.
Panic mode.
Yeah.
But then it gets done, and I'm like, why did I panic?
Right. Yeah. You were right the first time. Yeah.
It's all gonna be good. We're all gonna die.
Yeah. That's you.
Like whenever they blew up the spy balloon here in Myrtle Beach.
Oh yeah.
We were actually working here in the church, and I was doing something electrical. Hopefully the inspector's not watching this. And there was a loud boom.
Mm-hmm.
And I had wires in my hand, and I was like, oh boy. Come to find out, it was the boom from them blowing it up.
Yeah.
Well, I panicked. And I don't know why, but I panicked. And I haven't had a panic attack like this in a while. And at first I was like, all right, this isn't that bad. Then I started thinking, what did they have in the balloon?
Right.
So I drove an hour away, and then I was like, what the hell am I doing? And then I came back.
Then we hung out later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's never as bad as you think. That's the takeaway from that, from Scott. What did you learn? What's one takeaway from Scott? It's never as bad as you think. What's the weirdest app you have on your phone?
I have an app on my phone that tells me when someone unfriends me on Facebook.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to get the notification and add him back right away just to just to freak him out.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have that.
Yeah.
It
seems like, what's the word, like masochistic?
Yeah, it's like,
yeah,
someone doesn't like me. Oh well.
Yeah, right.
So I actually just have it on my phone, but I don't pay for the subscription anymore. But there was a point when I canceled. It was like $5 a month. I was like, why do I care?
Yeah.
It
might not even be about you. Like they just, for whatever reason, they're
people purge their list.
Yeah.
It was actually causing more anxiety. Like
totally. Yeah, that is a weird one to have though. What are you proud of? What are you proud that you don't know?
Anything about the Game of Thrones.
That's a perfect answer. Yeah. I don't know anything about it either.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Have you tried to watch it?
I tried to watch one episode. I was like, this is...
Same, yeah.
I don't like the whole medieval times shows.
Yeah. And when they talk different, I just like can't connect to them.
There's a lot of boobs in it, though.
I do like boobs, yeah.
Blue-footed boobs.
They have a lot of those in the medieval
birds,
times,
the blue-footed boobies.
Yeah. So yeah, we don't like that show. I heard if you get into it more, you watch it more, you like it more, whatever, fine. But I'm not going to do that.
It's kind of like anal.
What bird is that?
You gotta try it for a little bit, then you'll get into it. Just kidding.
I'm not going to touch on that.
Yeah, we're going to take that out.
No. What favorite nickname you had growing up?
My nickname growing up, and I'm not really sure how I got this.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because I used to scoot around, but my nickname was Scooter.
Oh, that's fun.
I played a lot of soccer, and I think that's might be where it came from.
Yeah.
No one down here calls me that, except someone in my office. My parents came and saw me, called me Scooter, so she's like, oh, it's Scooter. My cousins and my aunt and uncles, they still call me it every time I see them.
I like that. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Good.
It's better than me calling my other nickname,
What is
Dipshit.
That's not very original of them. Do you have a favorite scar?
I do. I believe it's right up here.
Mm-hmm.
Not really sure why it's my favorite. I think it's because my brother did it. He tried to throw. This was when I was 3 or 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
My other brother dared him to throw one of those big yellow Tonka trucks over my head.
Oh my gosh.
And he 100% missed and hit me right in the head.
Oh my gosh.
So I had stitches there.
Did you have to go to the hospital then?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, another favorite scar I have.
Yeah,
I'll talk about this.
Yeah.
You remember the time when I thought it'd be cool to try to jump on the counter to get something
Oh yeah.
and totally missed?
Yeah.
And my foot got lodged in the what am I trying to say? The counter and the cabinet door,
Yeah.
the pull-out cabinet. The only reason I like that scar is because it was extremely funny,
It was really funny.
but it hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt bad.
Yeah. I remember you're like, why does this hurt so bad?
Yeah. I almost passed out too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I had a big welt on my under my kneecap for about 4 months.
I know, it was forever.
Yeah, I looked like Peter Pan.
What do you mean?
When I flew up on the counter.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's another lesson I learned a little
Okay.
too late.
What?
To use a step stool
Oh yeah.
and not a ladder or not a Peter Pan.
Yeah, you like tried to fly up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny.
And I'm really not sure why I did that.
Yeah, it seemed really unnecessary.
Cat does it all the time.
Yeah, it's just so annoying. What's a bad thing that you think is okay?
Porn. Just
Really?
kidding. No. You could. I believe doing stuff outside the norm is okay. If there's a certain way certain people do things to
Mhm.
get the same end product,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's okay to do it your way as long as it's
Ethical?
ethical and the same finished product.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I'm very unorthodox sometimes when it comes to construction. Just the procedures. Like, I'll do something over here, and then I'll do something over here.
Yeah.
And not systematic.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's all done the right way.
Yeah.
But I won't finish one thing. I get excited, and we'll start another one so
Yeah.
that thing's going.
Yeah.
That's what...
Yeah, that's a good one. That's practical. If you were an inanimate object, would you rather be a trash or a trash can?
That's a deep one. I think I'd rather be a trash can.
Why?
Because trash gets thrown out, but the
Mhm.
trash can stays with you the whole time.
Oh,
And I don't want
yeah.
people to throw me out.
Aw.
I'd rather hold the trash.
Yeah.
And then...
You kind of are a trash can
I
because you
am.
hold people's, you buy people's trash.
Yeah, I
and
am.
you
That's
hold it.
excellent. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Can't wait to
that's
tell my
always-
therapist about this. My new nickname is Trash Can.
Yeah. That one always gets a good answer somehow. It's like such a stupid question, and I don't even know how I thought of it, but anyway. Would you want to be more attractive than you already are?
I don't know. That's
Is it
all-
possible even?
It's not.
Yeah.
I'd like to tone up a little.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But you wouldn't change any, like, permanent physical things?
No.
Yeah.
No. Maybe breast implants or butt implants. No. Or penis extension.
That would be great.
Yeah. Oh, you actually lost half your penis.
Yeah, I wanted to tell that
Yeah.
story. Tell that story.
When the drywall got delivered here for one of the many deliveries we had to bring it from outside into inside, and these were stacked. They were really high. And Tommy,
Do you want to explain what drywall...
drywall is the stuff behind this.
Yeah.
It's sheetrock. It's what you put on walls that gets finished and painted. It's gypsum board.
Yeah.
And it's heavy. It's very heavy,
Yeah.
especially the 5/8 inch stuff.
Yeah.
So Tommy someone else thought they were going to Pastor
Yeah.
BC thought they were going to manhandle a large amount of sheetrock in one.
I think it was 4.
4.
3 or 4.
And Tommy was wearing gym shorts.
Yeah.
He lifted up 4, and I guess his thing landed on the.
I was trying to set it on top of other, because we were moving one stack to another stack for some reason, and when I went to set it down, it was like at the perfect height of my midsection, and I guess it was, I don't know, and it just got caught in there. When I set it down, half of my tip was compressed underneath a lot of
when
weight.
you started running around the building afterwards,
yeah.
someone asked what happened. I was like, did he just get stung by a bee?
Right, yeah. No, yeah. So that, yeah.
And I was sitting there looking at myself, and I was like, I'm jealous. How is that even possible? Mine wouldn't even get on the sheetrock.
I don't know how the physics of that worked, but I started running around, and then I ran out of the front door and ran all the way around the building to the back to where we were. And I don't know why I did that, but I was afraid of permanent damage of some sort, so running away seemed...
You were our first circumcision here at the church, and our first head injury.
Yeah.
What did you have any physical changes?
No, I think I peed after, because I was
Blood?
worried. Yeah, no. I was worried, like, I don't know, that it would get pinched out or something, but it was all good. It was
Were you like, take the pain away, leave the swelling?
Yeah, exactly. No, but it was like a very defined red mark, like on half of it, but it went away really fast. And penises are resilient.
Yeah. I heard you actually can't break your penis.
I thought Dennis Rodman did that or something.
He did? Rodman?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could not break it, but like it always comes back, but it could have like damage to, I don't know.
Yeah, people like say they think it's a bone sometimes, but it can like...
No.
Okay.
No. But
everything's good there now?
everything's good as far
Good.
as I could tell. Yeah, that was a fun time. And so that was the butt of like every joke forever.
And your gift.
Yeah, and then that was great. So he, what was that for my birthday or what?
That was for your birthday.
Yeah.
I had this great idea for a gift for Tommy.
I'll put a picture on here.
Yeah, put a picture of it.
Yeah.
There was people working up here, and one day at work I was like, I got the greatest idea for a gift for Tommy. So I came up here, and I cut a little piece of sheetrock out, and I took a ball peen hammer, which is a hammer that has a ball on the end, no pun intended.
Right.
And I took it and I just tapped it into the shape of a penis.
It's very generous.
And I wrote on it, Forward Church, Tommy, circa 2021.
Yeah.
And it was an indentation of a penis in drywall.
Yeah, it's
And
really, really funny.
I remember you showed your parents and they didn't look too thrilled about it.
I don't remember, but I they're good about that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think they would be upset about it. But everyone loved it at home group. They thought it was so funny.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, you put quite a curve on it too. It was just
Yeah, I was
interesting.
very generous.
Yeah, you were.
Just the look on the contractors, the subcontractors' face when they saw me.
Yeah.
It was like, just don't ask questions.
What's your strangest belief?
Man, I believe a lot of the conspiracy stuff. And I don't know if it's because I'm brainwashed by going against the norm.
Yeah.
That's the thing going on, what I think could be bad, but okay. But I just think it's cool because it gives you an understanding of things, and conspiracy stuff is weird, but...
What's the strangest one that you believe in?
Oh, wow, that's a curveball.
What was the one you were talking about last night?
Oh, Project Bluebeam?
Yeah.
I don't believe in that one.
Okay, well, yeah. What's one that you believe in? Sasquatch.
No.
Government.
I don't think we really landed on the moon in the
Really?
60s. Yeah.
Why?
just because if you look back at the cinematography,
Mm-hmm.
it just doesn't look like a moon would look. It looks like a studio set.
Really? I haven't watched it closely, but I saw a video that there was the way the light was isn't replicatable.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw one at you.
Hit it.
Back in the '60s,
Yeah.
how did we have a live feed from the moon to Earth?
I don't know. Was it live?
It was live feed.
I don't know.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm
They had live TV. No?
But from the moon to
Isn't it just satellite? Isn't it the same?
It could be.
I don't know.
But it could
enough
not be.
about that. It could, yeah. I guess that's what makes it fun.
I should wear my tinfoil hat.
Yeah. What's your favorite you? The favorite version of you?
My favorite you is where my life is organized.
Mm-hmm.
I'm healthy, and I just feel very productive.
What are you doing being productive?
Yes, or just when stuff's getting accomplished, I feel like I'm winning little goals.
Yeah.
And when you win little goals, and if you try to strive for one goal all at once and skip the process,
Yeah.
I like to treat each part of the process as an individual goal.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
just feeling productive and like having a good day at work,
Yeah.
getting a lot of stuff done. That's just my favorite me.
Yeah. When was the last time you felt like that?
A couple of weeks ago,
Cool.
getting rid of stuff at the house feels
Yeah.
good. And
Yeah.
just feeling accomplished, like the garage, and
Yeah. Cool. Good. Have you ever seen a ghost? Should we tell the story about the house? The backstory of the house?
yeah. So my house was fairly cheap.
Any reason to that?
There was a man and his wife that lived there, and they were very old.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard the story from one of my neighbors that one of them fell off a bed, helping the other one somehow cut himself and bled out on the floor.
Yeah.
I think his wife died from a stroke.
Uh-huh.
Because when I bought the house too, the garage door was kicked in, like the
Oh, yeah.
EMS,
Yeah,
EMT went there. I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
And then when they went to change my carpet, it was like this dark brown spot on the padding.
Yeah.
And then I had people come over to the house and tell me they felt a presence there.
Really?
That's the closest I've had to a ghost.
That's the closest?
Yeah.
So his wife had a heart attack?
A stroke.
Stroke, and then he tried to kill himself?
No, he tried to help her, and he somehow cut himself on the bed, and he just, like, bled out.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
How do you help someone and then cut yourself?
Yeah, I don't know.
So he died in that room?
No, I think she
Died.
I don't think any of them. I know the guy's still living. I think the lady, I think she might have died on the way to the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your wife's having a stroke, so you're like, oh, wait, let me get the knife.
Yeah. No, I think the something sharp on the bed
Oh, okay.
is what
wasn't
is
enough.
my take of it.
Okay. So they're into kinky stuff, or what?
He might be. When you say stroke, what do you mean having a stroke?
Very good. Yeah, he's funny.
I'd love to have a stroke.
Oh, yeah. I missed that. Right, guys? What's the greatest lesson you've learned in construction?
Take your time. Don't cut corners. If something doesn't feel right,
Mm-hmm.
do it the right way.
Yeah.
That's the golden rule, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's been times where I've cut corners, and it's come back to bite me in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I learned too when I worked with my uncle. We always did it the right way, not the easy way. And
And it's okay to do something 2 or 3 times, and because if it's not right or to your standards, do it till.
because you're doing stuff that's literally there for like 70 years
Yeah.
sometimes. So you want to make
Like,
sure.
The house I worked on, or the office, my office I worked on,
Yeah.
the plumbing's old, and it's the house it was an old house converted into an office. The plumbing's probably 100 years old.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And
yeah.
they cut corners.
Right. Yeah.
And the stuff was, they put cast iron pipe into copper, and it was rusted.
Mm.
And it was just a nightmare.
Yeah.
And if they had used dielectric grease, or if they had used copper out,
Yeah.
it would have gone easier.
Yeah.
But back then, standard protocol for construction was different.
Yeah. Right.
But I mean, I didn't put steel back in there. I did research and found pipes that were non-corrosive, so that would never happen again.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing about doing it twice, someone recommended a threaded sealant instead of Teflon tape.
Mm-hmm.
I did six of the stub outs, and they all leaked. So
Mhm.
I went back and did it the way I know, and they're good.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to leave it. There was some of them worked, but one or two had a little drip, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna do them all the
Yeah.
right way.
Yeah.
So
That's smart.
lesson learned.
Cool. When's the last time you peed or pooed your pants?
I'm actually gonna do a back play on a couple,
What do you mean back?
or I'm gonna tell another story first.
Okay. Yeah. Do it.
So I re-wear my pants sometimes.
Mhm.
Don't maybe get 5 wears out of them
Yeah.
before I wash them.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I don't care.
I think a lot of people do that.
For work, my job, in the office, I don't get them dirty,
Mm-hmm.
except when I poop my pants. And I'll take them off and throw them on the floor. One time, and sometimes my underwear gets caught in there, my boxers. So
Wait, it gets caught in what?
in my pants when I take them off, like
Okay.
the next morning, I put on a fresh pair of boxers. I don't reuse those.
Yeah.
And I put on the pants from the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped at the gas station, and I felt this lump. I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
I went in my truck. It was the pair of boxers.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why, but when I got to the office, I just put them in a drawer at the office.
Uh
A drawer in drawers.
huh.
This was like 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
So a few months back, I was sitting in my chair at work. I thought it was a fart, but it was not.
Yeah.
It was so bad. It went through my pants into the chair.
Oh my god.
It was like an explosive diarrhea bomb, and I was like, oh my god. And I thought it was hilarious. Like I was telling my coworker Ben, I was like, Ben, you're never gonna believe this. I just crapped myself.
You have your office. You're alone in your office.
In my little room, but the office,
Right.
there's
Right.
14 people
Yeah.
there.
But you have a closed door.
Yeah, closed door.
So that's good.
And luckily, I had the
Right.
spare pair of boxers
Yeah.
from a few years ago in the drawer.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. So did you keep them there? Like, oh, you never know.
No, I just don't know why. I think what happened was I probably put the boxers in my seat in my vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
And then I brought a bunch of stuff in.
Yeah.
I think when someone was cleaning I had someone detail
Oh.
my car at the time, so I brought all the stuff inside.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just nice to have a pair of spare boxers
Yeah.
there, which should have a couple on deck at all times
Yeah.
now, because you can never trust a woman or a fart.
What's a woman gonna do to ruin your? No, I guess don't
let's not
answer
touch that.
What's the meaning of life?
Don't poop your pants. No, I believe the meaning of life is just being a good human being and understanding that you've done stuff in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Make amends with that. If you've upset anyone, make amends with that, and just being open and honest in your true self and trusting the Lord. Just things will fall into place.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yeah, that's nice. When did you hurt the most?
When I jumped on the counter. No, it's emotionally or physically.
Either one.
No. I think the pain-wise, physically was. Oh, and then a couple weeks ago I fell off a ladder.
Oh, really?
That one hurt.
Did you tell me about that?
I think you were out of town.
Okay. Wow.
I went to the chiropractor
Yeah.
because I've been going for a couple months now, and everything I had done got shifted.
Oh, really?
Because I wasn't that high on the ladder, but I was on the second step down,
Yeah.
and I jumped back,
Oh.
and I landed on a chair, and it just like,
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
that hurt too. That was pretty bad.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, and COVID was pretty bad.
Oh, really?
I heard a lot with that. Coughing,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. When did you have it again?
November of 2021.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna die. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy.
Actually, I got a funny story about that. I know we're getting.
Go for it. I'm just gonna, cause we have that game. I'm gonna pull up the thing that we do. What were you
So
gonna say?
during the time I had COVID, a few weeks prior, my dad had a scare about some liver stuff,
Okay.
and I remember going out in the backyard and just being like, God, please take my dad's pain away and put it on me.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And I remember being in the shower when I had COVID because that's the only thing that like helped me.
Uh-huh.
I remember like, God, I was just kidding. Please don't do that.
Please kill my dad.
Yeah, no. No, but luckily it was nothing. My dad just took too much aspirin and yeah.
So the game is, say, I'll say an acronym, and then you say what you think it means. And you said you played this game with license plates.
Yeah, we
sometimes.
used to play license plates, get
Yeah.
the last three letters, the first three letters,
Yeah.
and try to figure out what it means. And
Yeah.
just come up with the craziest stuff.
Yeah, so this is perfect. So, this is... Okay, so CDT.
Can it be bad?
I guess so.
Cat and dog titties.
It means Central Daylight Time.
Oh.
This is under common initial... just reloaded. Awesome. Yeah, the point isn't to get these right. It's just for fun. HIV.
I'm positive.
You're positive.
You have my
about it.
results?
Yeah. These are all boring ones. Okay. These aren't random enough. These are like semi-common ones. MDT.
Massive dark turd.
It's so gross.
Did I get it right?
It was like something standard time or something like that.
Is this the paid association game? Or fake acronym?
Actually, this is fake acronyms, I guess, but it doesn't matter what. Okay, so what's CLI?
Crappy love intimacy.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's a good one. Let's see what it means. Command line interface.
Huh.
Boring. SFT.
Smelly foul turds.
Oh my gosh, I can't see turds every time.
Well, you said the pooping thing, so no.
Okay, that's my fault. It's mathematical. It's sparse Fourier transform.
I don't even know what Fourier means.
I don't either.
Yeah.
MOC.
Maryland oyster crab.
That actually sounds real.
Yeah.
It's men of color.
Oh.
GOE.
Great old entrepreneur.
It's under sports. It means grade of execution.
Oh.
ATR.
Anal tirade rectum.
Oh my gosh. We'll end on that one.
Yeah.
So this paid association game, this is when I say a word. Well, we're gonna randomly generate a word. Then I'll say a word that makes me think of that word, and then you say a word that makes you think of the word that I said. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. So hopefully this link still works.
So it generates a word. You say a word, then I find a word that
yeah.
your word reminds me of. Okay.
Yeah. So the random one is pledge,
Allegiance.
flag,
Pole.
pray,
Hands.
face,
Book.
nerd,
Glasses.
tape. I think you taped the glasses.
VHS.
Oh, nice.
That's not really a word though. That's not.
No, that's okay. DVD.
Blu-ray.
Sad. Our Myrtle Dad. Sad Myrtle Dad. Our Myrtle Dad's name is Ray.
Happy Myrtle Mom. Happy Charlene.
Closet. Because you made a closet for her and it made her happy.
Me in the closet. No. Got him.
Yeah.
Closet. Towel.
Good. Wet.
PG. Rain.
Nice. Tranquil.
Iser. Tranquilizer.
Oh, nice. Chloroform.
Chemical.
Breaking Bad.
Being good.
Christian.
Bale.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Batman.
Catwoman.
Ooh, feisty.
Tommy.
Okay, that's a good dead end. That was a really good one. That was one of the longer ones I think we've ever done.
That's what
You
she
start
said.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, so you start it.
Teeth.
Brush.
Odor.
Deodorant.
Laundry detergent. I don't know why I said that.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm dead on that one. Let's do one more, and then people are coming in, so we'll wrap up soon. Oh, it's my name. Oh, I'll do it. Wait. So pause.
Play.
Video games.
Controller.
I hardly know her.
Oh my God. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we'll end on that. That was good.
That was really good.
What is a time you laughed really hard?
That's a difficult one. I laugh a lot. A laugh that I enjoy the most is whenever you don't laugh, you're laughing so hard.
It's silent.
Yeah, it's usually when someone does something stupid. I think the last time I laughed really hard was I was watching Neighbors the other day,
Yeah.
and when Zac Efron's
Yeah.
character, him and Seth Rogen's character were fighting, and Zac threw the beer and it bounced off and hit him back in the face.
Yeah.
I just thought that was hilarious. Like, I usually don't laugh when I'm watching a movie by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'll laugh when other people are laughing. I don't know why it's like that, but
Yeah.
this one I couldn't stop laughing when I was watching the movie.
That's always good. Yeah, when you could laugh, when they make you laugh alone, that's like a real accomplishment. Yeah, so this is when you could plug or promote whatever you want to talk about. This is your time to shine.
My eBay business, resale group.
Mm-hmm.
If you have anything you want to give to me to sell, I'll probably take it.
Yeah.
Also,
and if you want to buy some cool
yeah, cool junk, hit me
Yeah.
up. A suit, if you want a suit.
suits.
And Strategic Builders. We're
Mhm.
not official yet, but we're going to be building strategically.
Yeah.
So-
That's your construction
In
business.
construction.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want people to remember at the end of this?
I know I joked a lot
Mm-hmm.
and shared some stuff and made a lot of poop jokes.
Mm-hmm. Lots.
I really want people that listen to this to take what I said about just trusting in God.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have any type of faith, find something.
Mhm.
You know.
Come to Forward Church.
Yeah, come to Forward Church.
You can hang out with us.
And build stuff.
Yeah.
Build a church.
So let's do a picture. So I usually have to do an ugly picture where it's just a selfie, but since we have this here, we could just do like a regular old picture. So I hope this made you think, and thank you for listening.
Hi.